Good Friday evening, everyone. It is July 26, 2013. The darkness, the evil of the world is taking its toll on the homeless. I have a couple articles to bring you. I'm going to begin with the first one here, and I'll put the link to both of them below for you. Here's a headline: Disgusting and Inhumane. Tampa passes new law to toss homeless people in jail for sleeping in public. And that's not all. I've got another story coming out of New York. But let's go to this story first. Here you see a couple of grade school children protesting what is taking place in Tampa. If homeless people in Tampa want to avoid jail, they'd better find a place to store their things and a bed to sleep in. Don't you think? If they had the capability of finding a place and shelter, a place to store their belongings, you know how much it costs to rent a storage unit and a place to sleep at night to lay their head, that they would do so? Uh, my goodness. Let me read on. That's because last week the Tampa City Council passed a new ordinance item number 60, allowing police officers to arrest someone they see sleeping in public or storing personal property in public. The vote was 4-3. Advocates are outraged over this law, criminalizing homelessness. Holding signs reading sleeping is not a crime, and homelessness is not a choice. Many demonstrated outside the council and testified against the measure, to little avail. A number of the protesters were elementary school children who handed out flyers and asked those passing by, where are they supposed to go? Homelessness is a major issue in Tampa. A 2012 study found that among mid-sized cities, Tampa and the surrounding area have the highest number of homeless individuals at 7,419. The problem is a lack of affordable homeless shelters, much less affordable permanent housing. Most shelters in the Tampa Bay area charge $10 to $42 per night for a single person. They aren't free. Tasha Reynolds, a PhD student at University of South Florida, told Bay News 9. Though the city council acknowledged the shelters in the city are full almost every night, they didn't include any additional funding for new shelters or housings to go along with item number 60. So now in Tampa, the homeless people um, will be tossed into jail for sleeping in public. Now, what is New York Mayor Bloomberg up to? Let's find out. You're not going to believe this. Scumbag Bloomberg, New York City bans food donations to the homeless. All right. Bans food donations to the homeless because they can't assess their salt and fat content. Mayor Michael Bloomberg's food policies have struck again. Let me read the article, and I will put the link below. Outlawed are food donations to homeless shelters because the city and the mayor can't assess their salt and fat and fiber content, reports CBS2's Marcia Kramer. Glenn Richter arrived at a West Side synagogue on Monday to collect surplus bagels, fresh, nutritious bagels to donate to the poor and to the homeless. However, under a new edict from Bloomberg's food policy, he can no longer donate the food to city homeless shelters. Richter has been collecting food from places like the Zedek Synagogue and bringing it to homeless shelters for more than 20 years. But recently, his donation, including a cholent or carrot stew, was turned away. Carrot stew, but would feed a lot of hungry people. Turned away because the Bloomberg administration wants to monitor the salt, fat, and fiber eaten by the homeless. Now, since when has Mayor Michael Bloomberg been concerned about what the homeless are eating. We are truly living in the end days. Richter said he was stunned. Michael Doomberg, Mayor Bloomberg, does not concern himself with what the homeless are eating. It is just his way. Talk about Agenda 21, population control, to take food away from these starving and hungry people, the least of these in the kingdom. He said his family has eaten the same food forever and flourished. I don't know, everyone. Sign of the times that we are truly in the end days. Leave me your comments. Scumbag Bloomberg bans food donations for the homeless because the city can't access salt and fat content. In Tampa, they want to throw the homeless people in jail because they have nowhere to keep their belongings or because they sleep on the street. And in New York City, Bloomberg, Doomberg, wants to stop all donations of food to the homeless because he can't assess the salt and fat content. I don't know. Leave me comments, everyone.